Welcome back to You Be the Judge. I'm glad to have my good friend, Judge Tom Munley, the President Judge of Lackawanna County, with us. And Judge, before we left on the break, we talked about the expansion of our court system in Lackawanna County. But you know, most people think of the court system as civil trials, criminal trials. They see the defenders on TV. They see the cases involving law and order with criminal trials. But they don't see all of the other things
That's right.
that are so important to the quality of life in a community.
That's a great
Talk
statement.
a little bit about some
Todd,
of that,
that's
Judge.
a great statement. But I do want to make it clear, as President Judge, as I said before, Todd, before the break, we're going to be fair to everybody. Plaintiffs, lawyers, defense lawyers, the people who are filing the lawsuits. Everything's going to be equitable and everybody's going to be happy. I don't know what's going to happen at the jury trial. That's a different story. But whatever happens, happens. But we're going to be fair. Now, for instance, we have family court. There's 4 judges assigned to family court. Judge Hart was the head of family court. He's doing a great job. Judge Hart's been very innovative with family court. Our family court, Todd, by the way, is a model in the whole country. And I have to give Judge Hart credit for that. So we have a lot of work in family court. And a lot of people say family court is the most important part of our judicial system. Why? Because you have people who get PFAs, you have people who are getting divorced, you have custody, you have visitation arguments. There's a lot of things, support arguments, a lot of things going on in domestic relations court. And it's a very, very serious part of our court system. So I'm paying attention to that also, as Judge Harhart is helping me also.
But you have supervisory powers over a number of innovative, and you mentioned Judge Hart's innovation in family court that is so important. But we also have things like Veterans Court and Drug Court.
That's right.
Talk a little bit about those
Todd,
programs, because they're terrific.
Oh, believe me, Todd, Michael Barres is head of Veterans Court. He's doing drug court. Vito Giraldo does mental health court. Terry Nealon does mortgage foreclosure court. I mean, everybody has different courts, and from what I hear, their work is phenomenal. I was at a judicial convention in Pittsburgh last week, Todd, and the president judges from all over the state of Pennsylvania were telling me, you know, we like the way your judges are working in Lackawanna County with all the innovation, all the things they're doing. It made me proud.
It
made
should,
me very proud.
And I think you're a veteran, I'm a veteran. There's no place in the country, I don't think, that has a program like our Veterans Court that runs as smoothly. And it's, you know, a fella spends 18 months, 24 months in Afghanistan, Iraq. He comes back with post-traumatic stress disorder. Right. You saw it. How many of your friends over there had post-traumatic stress disorder?
A lot.
But now with these IEDs,
that's right,
they've got actual brain injuries.
Severe brain injury.
Undiagnosed, they come home, they can't live with their family.
That's right.
They can't live with their employer. All of a sudden they're homeless, they're out of work. And you know, it's the warmth and the caring that Judge Brace has for these veterans.
It's amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
And you're right. And Todd, Judge Mazzoni's doing it. He's handling something. He's forming a committee for civil court. We have Judge Corbett's doing juvenile court. She's amazing with the help of Judge Bizignani. Everybody's doing something to move the courts along, and that's what I like about it. Everybody's pitching in. I'm lucky enough to have 8 other judges who are. When I call them, they answer my call, and they're working hard. But if I can tell this one story about post-traumatic stress, I had a fellow that served with me in Vietnam, Todd, that suffered from post-traumatic stress syndrome. I didn't see him in 40 years. About 4 months ago, I got a call from this guy. He said, Tom Munley, and I said, yes. He said, I'm Phil. I won't say his last name. I said, yes, Phil. And he said, and he gave me his last name. He said, I served with you in Vietnam. He said, I know I didn't see him 40 years, but I'm driving from Missouri to Scranton just to say hello to you. And Todd, he drove all the way up from Missouri to Scranton a few months ago, spent 20 minutes in my office, and drove back to Missouri just to say hello.
You know, that whole generation
Yeah.
that you were in the Vietnam War, I like to call them the forgotten warriors, because there was never a parade for them. There was never the thanks that the Matter of fact, they came home to an angry public.
Yes.
They came home because we had the draft to a lot of people protesting. I was in ROTC at the same time that they had the Kent State shootings at the University of North Dakota while I was in law school. And the way those of us that wore uniform in that war were treated was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. And some of those guys that were in ROTC with me went over to Vietnam and were killed and never came home.
That's right, Todd.
But to be able, and that's the generation that has the worst problems. Agent Orange. No one knew about Agent Orange, but look at the problems it causes.
And it's causing me a lot of problems. And
Sure.
unfortunately, it is, and I'm paying the price now, all these years later.
Sure. Yeah.
It's too bad, but I am. But that's the way it is.
Well, we're gonna take a break now, and when we come back, I want to talk to you a little bit about your plans for the future in the hopes that we can get a show that will let all of the judges talk about.
You.
And I'd love to make the studio available and see if we can find a way to get that moving. So please stay tuned to You Be the Judge.